What's up everybody and welcome back. My name is Adrian and in this video I want to talk about the 4 prevalent teaching styles you will find in MBA programs. If you are currently debating on which MBA school to go to, don't make the mistake to overlook the teaching style of your target MBA program. Unfortunately, teaching style is often one of the last things people focus on, but trust me, they are essential in ensuring your fit and in maximizing the benefits of your investment in the MBA program. And with investment not only being money, but also your time and energy, so choose wisely. Don't assume that no matter which program you attend, the teaching style will be more or less the same. There are indeed differences and I'm going to talk about this right now, so let's dive right into it. Number 1, lectures. Lectures are in fact the most common teaching method found in business schools. With this format, you will have a professor who will rush through tons of PowerPoint slides and will engage with content through this mechanism. Lectures tend to be more of a lean back or passive experience that is mainly driven by the professor. This teaching method will probably be the most natural to you since it's very similar to the way many undergraduate or graduate classes are structured. Lectures will give you the chance to actively participate, sharing examples and clarifying points of discussion. You will be able to observe the different styles of presenting and facilitating, which will also enrich your learning experience. For example, seeing how a professor handles a confrontational student pressing his point, how does the professor get the discussion moving along, striking the delicate balance of engaging the whole class, avoiding embarrassing the student, and maintaining his or her authority. This will give you insights on how to handle challenging situations in future presentations, meetings, and general interactions. At the same time, observing how your classmates make their points and raise questions is a good way to see for yourself the do's and don'ts through the reception of your faculty and peers. Therefore, this is a good testing ground for you to practice and observe how to engage in workplace discussions and meetings. Number 2, case studies. In the US, it's the Harvard Business School and UVA Starden School where the case method dominates and where they are core to the entire MBA experience for students. In Europe, it's ESA Business School, which is known to have the case study method in place. The format involves a professor leading students through a historical analysis of a business situation. Generally, these are real-life cases. It is also the MBA teaching method most MBA applicants are curious about when they consider attending business school. In case studies, you are expected to come up with a solution to some of history's toughest business problems. Cases are commonly used as the driver for interactive classroom discussions, and there is an expectation of strong preparation and class participation from all students. So if you get cold called and you are not prepared, you might feel embarrassed. Normally, you will find an interesting mix of real-life newsmakers and well-known topics involved in these discussions. Because the case study method relies on lively class discussions with multiple points of view, it is considered the gold standard in management education. If you want to end up working as a management consultant, I recommend you choose a school that puts a lot of weight on case studies. An important reminder with case studies once you apply to your real-world business situations is that data is not always as available or accurate as it is laid out in the case study when you are in the moment having to make decisions. In the real world, business cases are never purely finance, marketing, operations, or any specific area. It is a mix of carefully considering various critical variables. Yale School of Management has pioneered an MBA teaching method of raw case studies where data available could be scattered and even contradictory, with instructors highlighting the interrelationship of various organizational and social factors. This helps to better resemble the real dynamics in the business world. Whether raw or cooked, in which you get the conclusion on how the case ended, having empathy and immersing yourself in the situation will help prepare you for the real thing. Number 3, experiential learning. This is one of the more truly immersive teaching methods. This method allows you to operate within a specific topical area or industry of interest. Classes ending with lab, like Global Lab, Venture Lab, fall into this bucket. You will see this especially in consulting, finance, and entrepreneurship classes, but other classes are increasingly picking this up as well. This method is all about learning while doing. And from discussions I've had with students at other schools, this is a trend that continues to grow in many MBA programs. Experiential learning has historically grown from situations in which fresh MBA graduates arrive highly motivated at their new workplace but have no idea how to get the actual work done. Apparently, this happens frequently because firms oversell with how big of an impact newly minted MBA graduates can make, and how they will be able to put their newfound confidence and ideas into use the right way. Therefore, this particular MBA teaching method is an invaluable reminder of how things work in actual practice, factoring in the human elements and easing the transition back to the workplace when the time comes. Number 4, simulation. Simulations are probably one of the least common but still prevalent business school teaching methods. This MBA teaching method primarily uses technology recreations of common business scenarios. One of the most popular is the Markstrat simulation used in marketing strategy courses. As a business school teaching method, this is exciting and informative with its competitive environment and instant feedback loop. Simulation teaching methods compress years into minutes and allow you to have an impact on all your firm's key variables. For instance, simulation games such as Markstrat allow your team to determine pricing, quantity, and advertising channels, immediately getting the results on how this affected profitability for each simulated year or period. You also learn about team dynamics and your own temperament in a high-pressure environment. However, it is unrealistic to expect to replicate the same responsibilities when you enter the most corporate world environments. It is highly unlikely that you would be allowed to decide each major business decision as a fresh MBA graduate. Even as an entrepreneur, factors beyond your control can have a more significant impact on the fate of your business. Therefore, don't mistake success in these simulation games as sufficient indicators of how you will do with a real venture. The business school teaching strategies at MBA programs are as diverse as the programs themselves. So do your research to make sure you are choosing the right program that is right for you, your learning style, and your post-MBA goals. You should have a realistic expectation of how this will translate into the workplace and business environment you target. This will help you guide your choice of MBA programs, career, and life going forward. Personally, I decided to go for an MBA program that has the case study method because I was used to lectures in my first university degree anyway. I always had the feeling that it's very hard for a professor to capture and maintain the audience's attention during lectures. Students tended to lay back and were distracted by other things, and I didn't want to pay a fortune for such an experience. I wanted to be challenged for the money that I paid. With case studies, you can't go wrong. What I liked about them was that they normally translate very well to your real-world experiences after your MBA. Also, the case study method allows for the exchange of thoughts between your classmates. Professors will provoke discussions with people from different backgrounds and from different parts of the world, allowing you to see how other people think and understanding other people's viewpoint. The case study method trains you to see the big picture and makes you better understand the overall situation. After all, these teaching methods are not strictly separated. Some schools concentrate almost entirely on one style, like Harvard, UVA Starden, ESE. Others employ a mixture. Once again, finding a fit in teaching style is essential. I recommend you schedule class visits to the programs you'd like to sit in on and decide for yourself which teaching style best fits you. Question of the day: what's your favorite teaching style? What do you prefer and why? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you got value out of it, I kindly ask you to hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe to be updated on new videos, and see you next time.